Alright, we are back for another match of the Pipsan tournament. Big one today. We are officially into round 5. And we're gonna have Sonic versus Brasilia. So this is gonna be a very interesting match. Both runners have very good times. Sonic getting close to sub 120. Owen having sub 120, although I think it's going to be who's more consistent today, because Owen, we've seen him get a couple bad times this tournament already, whereas Sonic has been keeping close-ish to the PB, so could go either way today, but we'll see. I think we're almost about ready to start. We might be waiting until the hour. Just waiting for Owen to ready up. I think he may be ready, so I will ready up and see what happens. $799 points on Sonic OC. Well, let me ping the bracket as well. Although actually the race may be starting anytime soon, so let me keep an eye on that for a second. I got time. Here we go. Three, two, one, and we're off. Good luck, you three. You saying good luck to me? So a little bit of delay on Sonic's end, but nothing major, so I'll leave it as is. Owen, being the better masher, will be taking the lead out of Prologue and probably 1-1 as well. So I think what we'll see in this race is it's going to be pretty close, I would say, unless Owen pops off, as he obviously does have the better PB. But that Sonic could also get a PB here. But as I was saying, I think what we expect to see is Owen take the lead in pre-pit, and then Sonic may have to try and catch up in the pit, since that is where Owen is less consistent. But GBS is in play, of course, so anything can happen with that. Yeah, I think points would be, it could be flying around here. Could be anyone's game in this match. So but 6,000 on Owen is a lot of points to stake. But it could pay off. So we'll see. Yeah, Owen around 3 seconds in the lead now from Mashing Alone, I think, by looking at their live splits. Nope. Not sure if that was the game or the stream. I think it must have been the stream. Ooh, a 539. Owen not going to be happy with that, but Sonic getting a 542, so no difference from if they got their golds, I don't think. Sorry about that, just had to run for a second. Owen picking up both of those items there. And Sonic as well, of course. No coins for Owen or Sonic. So I assume no shop. I wouldn't expect these runners to shop. Yeah, it's a lot of points for Moonrise if Owen does win. There's still time to bet. So you're wrong on Owen Wheels, unfortunately. Let's see how this grind goes though. Nothing for Sonic either. Bit of a shaky start to that grind there for Owen, but managed to recover it, so Sonic's looking good, pretty good as well. And Fire Blast, nice. Yeah, Owen, I think comparing to a Fast Flower PB, so it looks like they lost a little bit of time, but in reality, didn't really. Can't quite tell what Sonic splits say. I think they may have lost a little bit as well. Both runners obviously going to do GBS here. That is going to be one of the main places we're looking at to see if a gap forms. So we got a couple more points on Sonic. I really thought it would be a bit more 50-50 on the prediction, but Owen seems to be the favourite here. I wouldn't put it past him to lose this match though, I will say. See, if you've seen some of his other performances, Sonic definitely has the potential to win here. But let's see how this GBS goes. Oh, tried to go for the quick corner movement, but didn't quite get it. Both of them almost in the same spot now. Sonic lining up very carefully. Owen got the quick corner movement, so he is there, is slightly ahead. Ooh, Owen gets clipped into the background. Gonna have to be careful on the one frame here. The miss will respawn in the back. Sonic misses. Owen playing it very safe, it looks like. There we go, gets it. Just has to make the jump now. Oh, Sonic got the one frame but fell off somehow. I'm not sure what they did right there, but Owen with the decent GBS. See if Sonic can recover. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, Sonic having a bit of trouble with that one frame right now. I know I definitely share that sentiment that it is the hardest part. There we go, gets it. Just has to make the jump. Looks good. Okay, gonna be... I think around 50 seconds behind after that. So, not an insurmountable gap, but not really what Sonic wanted. Owen gets the 3D jump there, something that Sonic doesn't do, so Owen will be saving some time there. Sonic gonna get the Ghost Shroom, interesting. Or the Zombie Shroom. Yes, this version of SPM is 60 Hz and TSC. PAL does have the ability to run on 50 Hz, but obviously, why the hell would you run on that? So, alright, let's see how this Chunks goes for Owen. I know he does the new fast strats, so let's see how it works out. Looks a good start. Although Chunks not jumping there. Did screw it a bit over, but gets 50k and pretty fast fight in general. Sonic gets the biscuit jump. Heading on Chunks as well now. Excuse me. Brushed my cable over the keyboard. Owen on SES. Looks good, although the guy's gonna go the wrong way, so... Whoa, okay, almost killed it there. Got 2 hits in. Fortunately wasn't at 60k. Chunks grabbing for Sonic. Gonna have to get up top here. Meanwhile, Owen on BPS. Had a bit of a meltdown last time they did this in a match, I think. Hopefully they've got over it, although missing it a couple times. There we go. Sonic gets ICS. We'll be able to see the gap at the end of whatever this level is called, 1-3. Gets BPS first try, very nice. I think the gap is
think it's still 50 seconds. So they got the exact same 1-4, interestingly enough. Well, 1-3, sorry. Right, Owen on Kieli now. Looks good. Yeah, very nice. No throw lock, interestingly. It is faster to do when they're right there, after Kieli, or after Z jump Kieli. In fact, after normal Kieli, I don't think you can do it because you're too close to the wall. I'm not sure. Oh, did it? I didn't notice that. That's funny. Okay, Sonic on Kieli is now. I'm not going to use the throw method, just going to kill that squiggler there. Oh, misses the flip. Doesn't really matter though, since the Buzzy Beetle isn't there. That jump was probably alright, they just didn't lose speed on it. Although they might have been a little bit too far to the right in 3D, so I'm not sure. It's always safe to just redirect. Oh, unfortunately misses the last jump. That's one of the things a lot of people have trouble with, is this last jump. There we go. Not too much to mention so far in these 1-4s. Sonic will be losing a little bit to that Kieli, but nothing major. Right there in the Ractel cutscene, we see an instance of JP saving a significant amount over English, since that cutscene, or their textbooks of Fractal getting hit, takes quite a lot longer to be able to skip in US for some reason, or in English for some reason. Both runners on decent points here. Both had good grinds and decent chunks, so definitely going to be hitting 60k pretty early on. Gets the first fractal jump there. Hopefully can get the second here. There it is. Good fight. Good 1-4 in general. Gonna be happy with that one, I expect. Meanwhile, Sonic just about getting to the start of this fight here. Gets the first jump. And the second one, very nice. Again, only mistake in that 1-4 was the key early, unless I missed something. So, again, very nice. Probably going to be about a minute difference between these two runners out of Chapter 1. And now into the worst section of the game, pre-Chapter 2. Since both of our runners are going to be in it for quite a while, there's not much we can really do. Obligatory mention here about how if we could somehow find a way to get some height in this cutscene here, cutscene gameplay, I don't know what you want to call it, intermission, we'd be able to skip right to Chapter 8, but as far as we know there is just absolutely no way you can really do anything in this cutscene other than kind of clip out of bounds using Zeb-Manips, but the intermissions are pretty locked off in terms of what you can do, unfortunately, so.
Sonic picked up an extra fire burst, and I don't think Owen picked up any items, so we shouldn't see any cooking mistakes here. I don't think we've seen any throughout this tournament so far, which is always nice. It does happen every now and then though. So Owen gonna give this spicy soup to Peach here to wake her up. This is the first of 2 times which we are intended to wake Peach up in the 80% portion of the game. Since we have to, well, we are intended to wake her up with the black apple in 7-3. Don't think there are any other times, unless I'm forgetting. But I guess they really wanted to play into the Sleeping Beauty storyline. Owen finally into the gameplay. Hopefully we don't see them fall into the gap like they did last time. Just gonna do it in 2D for safety. Here's the squiggly jump, very nicely. Let me just try to see what the exit out of 3-2 was. It's quite hard to see on his screen. I think it may be a 33 or something. So we'll see what Sonic gets here. And I'll tell you the gap. Going for the 2D movement. I think, yeah. The old version here with the Paracooper. Does get it. Sonic with a gold pre-2. I think we're on a minute 30 behind now. Owen on BSC. It's a good Z jump. Probably going to go for the row here. Does get it. Very nice. No 2D movement with Sonic. Again, another place where very small thing will lose them just that little bit of time. Also going to be going for BSC here. Just get the Z jump. Whoa. Bit close to clipping out of bounds there. Or just falling out of bounds, sorry. But it does hit the switch and does land on the out of bounds, but it's fine. Nice split there for Owen. Gonna barely miss out on the 37 entry. Will we see them switch to Peach? I'm not sure. Seen a lot of people do that this tournament for the move through. Is switching to Peach just to make it safe. Does unfortunately get pushed away by the blocks though. Gonna enter at 38.07. We have to tell the difference once Sonic gets in as well. Probably gonna be around a minute 30 as before. Gold for Sonic again. I went fumbling around a bit in this room. Actually, that gap may have come down just a bit, I think. Sonic doesn't switch to Peach, gets it first try, very nice. Gonna have 39:26, so minute 28, sorry, a minute 18 difference, and a room difference of gonna be 4 rooms for now. Neither runner at 60k just yet, but both should hit it pretty soon. Oh, and you got to cancel the door to pick up the heal. Pretty good 1 to 10 there from him. Sonic hit 60k. Pretty nice key for Sonic, but doesn't know where the door is. Actually, been very good keys so far in these 1 to 10. Oh, and barely dodging that hit there from that Paragoomba, but gets hit by the Spike Goomba anyway. Not sure if there was a guy in top left for Sonic. There may have been. I wasn't really paying attention to how many enemies they killed. But didn't have to go up there either way. Another nice key. Interesting layout here for Sonic. Can't throw these guys into the ceiling, unfortunately. Having a bit of trouble. Did kick that guy. Could just despawn him, so not the biggest issue in the world if it was that guy, but just had a little bit of trouble there. Meanwhile, Owen is flying through these rooms here in the 10s as well, so yeah, wow. Definitely doing pretty well so far. Although going and comparing against one of the best, I think the second best 0 to 40 in a pip, so gonna look like they're losing time even though it's a good pace. Again, doesn't know where the door is. Knowledge really does help in the pit to save those little bits of extra time. But yeah, another really good split there. 255. I think that's going to bring the total to around 550, which is definitely very nice. Doesn't have a fire burst like Sonic, so just going to be using the... Guess we're going to be using Boomer in this room 21 here. Didn't get the key on the left, so you're going to have to go for the right. What? Huh? I'm really confused. Why did that guy turn around like that? I think there are some weird interactions with those guys sometimes. But that definitely worked out in no one's favour there. Oh, gets slept on the way down. Didn't check before jumping down. Welcome in, Emily. Yeah, you didn't miss too much. The pit is the only interesting part anyway. So going for a Super Boomer here in room 18. Does hit it. Very nice. Didn't see Koopa Troll from Owen, but you may see one from Sonic. Not sure where the guy is. I thought he might have been top right because they didn't check top right, but no. Koopa Troll unfortunately not in the best position either here. Are they going to do for the despawn? Oh dear. Owens must be having quite the bad moment. And we've got a Cider Rad. Wow. How amazing. I think it will come back. Yeah, pretty soon. There we go. Sonic is going for the despawn, but having a bit of trouble by the looks of it. Does have to watch their HP. And don't think that worked right there. No. Only really has 2 or 3 more attempts before they have to... Yeah, okay. Just going to switch to Boomer. Unfortunate. Going to be quite a big time loss here. Meanwhile, Owen looking like they're having another decent split here. Yeah, this Boomer on this Koopa Troll just takes so long, unfortunately. Owen getting comboed by the hammers right now. Yeah, almost a 5-minute split there for Sonic. That is really bad to see. Gonna have to do quite a lot of catching up now. Gonna be almost a 10-room gap once Owen gets through. Sonic has that Fire Burst though. Gonna use it on 4 enemies. Owen is also 4 HP, 3 HP, sorry. But gonna use that extra heal they went back to pick up. Sonic did get the key from one of those 4 enemies at the start. Owen being very patient here in 29. Really bad layout here for them. So, just had to be either switch the throw or wait. And I don't think they wanted to switch the throw, so. Yeah, that 20's definitely put a bit of a damper on the pace, but nothing that is completely terrible. I'm going to shop at Flim. Interesting. What did they buy there? Was that a Long Last? Yeah, they bought a Long Last. Interesting. Definitely pretty afraid of dying, I think. I think Owen is one of the runners who is maybe less confident they will make it through every run due to their playstyle. Long Last drop for Sonic, but isn't going to buy it. Or isn't gonna pick it up, sorry. Owen goes back to check the top left there. But nothing was up there. Gets the first key. Quite a few of these elongators blocking the door over here, so maybe would have been worth it to do the block jump. I'm not quite sure on that one. Gonna have to be careful here with this Grim Reaper. Didn't have the key though. Think gonna Super Boomer here. Nope. Gonna stick on the right to try and do the lock jump, but probably will just be faster to go in the pipe since the guy's over here anyway. Sonic trying to take their time, play safe here in 26, doesn't want to take too much more damage. They do have that cake mix they picked up, but does still have to be careful of HP. Not the best layout again here. Nice key for Owen. Still taking a decent amount of damage though, so does have to be careful. Sonic on 4 now. Although he should be alright in this room. Another good key for Owen in a pretty annoying room, so we'll be happy about that for sure. We're going to kick and then Super Boomer. Doesn't need to actually, just gets the key. Still not a 60k. Oh sorry, 90k. They did enter a little bit under 60, so... Oh, still for the Super Boomer, but I don't think it's going to go for it. There aren't too many enemies on the bottom here anyway, so... Sonic with a nice layout in 29. Oh, goes for the lock jump. They must have already been on the left, so good pre-movement by them. But is going to be around 3 minutes 20 behind with a room gap of exactly 10 in a second here. Owen shopping again. Gonna get an Ice Storm, 498. Most likely. Nice key there again. Been pretty good RNG so far for Owen, other than a couple bad rooms. Doesn't know where the door is here. It is in the top left. Sonic's still on 4 HP, I think just going for that level up, which is fair. Another nice key for Owen. Sonic with a Super Boomer here in 33. Does hit it, but doesn't get this main Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper. Hits 90k though. Won't have to worry about HP. Oh, and get a few nice combos here in 44. But it's gonna have to go to these last few enemies here. Didn't leave any behind, I don't think so. into 45. Gonna just check out some of these guys at the same time. Good key though. Another good split here. Sonic did leave a copter in the top right here, so yeah, it's gonna get punished. Gonna go in 3D. That's an unfortunate spot for it to be. Very nice 40s so far for Owen. See how the 48 and 49 go, however, as they are the main time loss splits. Gonna go for a Super Boomer. Has the metronome on, I can tell. Doesn't hit it, unfortunately. Ooh, taking quite a few hits here, but has those that extra long last, of course. Probably gonna go for these Magic Coopers before checking the right side. Yeah, not the best key here. Kind of slowed down the split quite a lot. Yeah, unfortunate. Meanwhile, Sonic in 38, so still a 10 row gap. Oh, that would have been a really nice Super Boomer if they'd been able to hit it there, but unfortunately just missed it. Yeah, would have got the kill with this guy. Unfortunate. Gonna use the pipe. Very rare scenario where the pipe is faster when you're going from directly left to directly right to directly left. I think probably going to do a Super Boomer here, yeah. Doesn't hit it, unfortunately. Neither runner been too consistent. Sonic has hit a few so far, but definitely missed a few as well. I'm going to kick in 51. Also going to flip. It's pretty low on points, so that is understandable. Probably going to try and reach the 120k level up. Just going to let it cook. Yeah, it's going to hit it just in a second here. There's the key. Yeah, Owen, definitely way better on points now after that 51. Sonic also pretty decent on points from, I think, having to kill quite a few more enemies than normal, so. And a few good shells, but probably won't hit 120 until after the 40s. No Super Boomer for Owen. I think maybe just foregoing Super Boomers for now, as they did miss a few. Tyloid on the right here for them. Could be a good Super Boomer here for Sonic. He's gonna go for it. Does hit it. Key ends up next to the door. Interesting layout for Owen. A couple of these dry bones up at the top here. We'll be able to get quite a few hits in at once. Good key for Owen. In 56 now. Taking a little bit of a lead over Sonic. 13 row gap. Sorry, that was not 56. For some reason I thought it was. That was 54. So, actually only an 11 row gap. Owen getting frozen there in 57, sorry. We're on a bit of a tough time right now, avoiding these enemies. There is one little guy still bouncing around, taking quite a bit of damage. Sonic with, I think, a last key there in 45. Although it looked like a fast last key if it was one, so... And good key in 46. Yeah, Owen took a lot of damage and a lot of time in that room there. Four HP now. 3 HP now. Does have to be careful in this room. Daisy Teardrop. Not going to use it, just going to use the Shroom Shake instead. Nice combo there for Sonic to get up to 120 before 48. It's definitely very useful. Random 59. Usually a pretty fast room, so probably we'll see that room gap expand a little bit more. A lot of these guys on the top here for Sonic. Gonna be a bit of trouble to get him without taking a lot of damage. Could get this guy through the wall here. Doesn't need to though. Yeah, gonna be a 12 room gap now. Unless Sonic gets a really quick key. Does. In fact, get a really quick key. Just doesn't know where the door is, but... Whoa. What is... A lot going on Owen's screen right here. Ooh, very nice layout for Sonic again. Very nice key again. Are we going to see a Super Boomer here? I don't think so. Yeah, I think both runners maybe just given up on the Super Boomers after not really hitting some of them. Although this is a nice room just to flip in anyway, so gonna lose out there. Don't you worry, Phaser. Owen has the ability to lose a match within one room by losing 20 health to one enemy, so anything can still happen here. But the gap currently does suggest that Owen will win if both runs finish. $54 to $66 right now. Sonic getting chased down by the Tribers. Owen having some good keys again here in the 60s. Not the best 67 for Owen. Owen taking his time to jump up onto that platform there to get that hammer berry. Sonic in 57 now. Not doing stylishes off these Zoingoings to get some more points, but it's pretty high on points anyway, although it is faster. Owen in the mixer right now, what is going on? That's crazy, that's a crazy layout. Sonic does have to be careful of the Amazing Daisy, and generally just the daisies in this room. Actually, well, doesn't anymore, but is only on 6 HP, so... No Super Boomer from Owen in here in 71. It's always a nice room to do it, although usually after killing the other enemies, so 6 HP now. There's the key. Sonic trying to hunt down these magic blocks in 59. There is still one left. Fortunate layout here for Owen. Just gonna have to skirt around this guy. Woo! Sonic almost gets a 4 damage hit there. Gonna go for a Super Mario whilst they're in 3D anyway. I think that did hit it. Yeah, both runners a little bit in peril here at the moment, so. Okay, Owen back to the Super Marios just for 73. Definitely a room where you want to try and hit it, but doesn't, unfortunately. I think there are a lot of them on the right here, though. Were there even any on the left? That was weird. Sonic, I think, playing for the level up, but 60s are high damage rooms, so may have to burn a heal here. Yeah, one hit to a projectile or something. Yeah. Oh, only one more heal. So, gonna have to play safe in this room. Now that hit is really not what they wanted. 2 more hits here and it's game over for them. Meanwhile, Owen dodging and weaving these projectiles in 75. Is on better HP than Sonic, but this room you can take a lot of damage in quick. Sonic gets out, just has to get a combo off or kill some of these Tylos here in 64 to get that level up. There's the key, doesn't have the level up yet. But they should be finding this next room here. Vault room drop for Owen, not really very useful. Does have to watch for these guys in the corner shooting, but doesn't need to as they're facing the other way. Last key there, I think. Gets the 200k in 76, which is pretty early actually, considering they entered a little bit low. 3 HP now for Sonic. It's close to that level up, but no more heals. And against an ninja. Oh, T-Rage and a key. Okay, gonna escape into 67. Should be alright in this room. I'd be surprised if they took 2 hits here. I just need this one more enemy. Never mind. Not gonna heal. All they need is just one more kill. Yeah, gonna get it. Barely surviving. Owen in 79 now, so 12 room gap is still holding here. Has 200k, but gets the bad layout, unfortunately. Yeah, very interesting layout here. Sort of the guys on alternating sides of the room. Don't think the best key for Sonic in 68. Fortunately, not playing this room on low HP. A good key again. I'm gonna flip these pigs down, kill them, and then go after the Tyloids. I'm gonna leave one actually, that is fair. These guys are running away. Nice key there in 71 for Sonic. No key yet for Owen. Neither runner on a particularly good pace at the moment, but that could all change with the 80s and 90s for sure. Sonic gonna try the Subaru here in 73. Does hit it. Three poison shrooms there. Owen, decent first 3 rooms of the Ace. Sonic almost a little bit low on points, I'd say, for at this point. No Subaru for Owen. Just gonna flip them all down, although that one guy didn't quite make it. Gets the key though. Sonic getting trolled, I think, here in 74. No, that wasn't the last game, never mind. Owen trying their hardest to avoid the poison pokey projectiles, trying not to get poisoned. They don't actually have any items that can heal it, so... Although, kind of neglecting the booze right now. Picks up the fresh veggie and a horsetail. There's the key. Didn't have to go to the top right. Nice key there for Sonic. On very good pace in the 70s right now. Doesn't know where the door is though. Barely avoided that. That guy right there. Owen gonna hunt for these. Ooh, an Ice Storm. Doesn't need it though. I think he's gonna use the Shell Shock. Not sure why they went back up top. I think they spawned up top originally. So I'm not really sure what the plan is. Why the plan was to do it from there. Maybe to try and snipe those guys in that little cove, but didn't manage to, but didn't need to. Gets the key from enemies on the bottom. Owen in 89 now, going for the Subaru. Doesn't hit it, unfortunately. May go for it again. No. It's gonna take these guys out the old-fashioned way. Does mean you take quite a bit of damage in this room. These guys are quite annoying. There's a heal. Not gonna pick it up. I think probably is pretty confident this close to the end of the pit. With that veggie and horsetail as well. Gonna use the veggie. It's pretty close to 250. May hit it in the later rooms here. trying their hardest to wait for a good opportunity to jump these ninjas here, but they're not cooperating. These two guys running straight off, getting bombed as well. There we go. Doesn't get the key though. Yeah, taking quite a decent bit of damage in this room. Gets the last key. Sonic, last Spaniard here. Does get the key though. No super move for Owen, I don't think. Nope. Gets the key off the Skelebit from the bottom though. Trying to play safe around these ninjas. There we go, gets them both out of there. Must have been a good 85 for Sonic because I didn't even see it. I think just gonna immediately use the Shell Shock here. Trying to boom these guys just once so they're weak. Probably should have checked over on the right at the top here. So could get punished. Oh, there's the key. Must have got that guy in the corner. Again, no super boomer for Owen, just gonna take him out. Standard with boomer. Getting trolled by this last one on the ledge here. Sonic also getting trolled by the ninjas in 88, however. The room gap has come down, but I think it's too close to the end of the run here to make a difference. Gonna leave those two guys up top. Gets the key. Yeah, pretty nice 80s there for Sonic, other than a couple of rooms, so. But unfortunately not gonna really do too much. Last key for Owen has 2 items though, so not gonna have to worry about that. Doesn't get the key. There are a lot of these guys on the right here, or the left, sorry. One more. Hope this one has the key. Nope, gonna have to go to the right. Classic troll in 99. Actually gonna stay in the middle here. Still no key. One last yellow guy. Here he is. Get him. No. Yeah, kind of unfortunate 99 here. Did mean there's not going to be a 120, but it is going to be a 121. So, yeah, definitely nothing to scoff at for a run. 43 pet with that 37 entry, or 38 entry, sorry. Sonic. Oh, I didn't manage to get that Super Stream Shake. Taking quite a lot of damage actually. Not sure if they've picked up any more heals. So may have to watch their HP in these last few rooms here. Not too close to that level up. Woo! That's close. 1 HP. Okay, it does have a heal. But definitely not out of the woods yet. Where's the key? Oh, there's a guy up here. 94, 95, even 96. You can take a decent amount of damage if you don't play too careful. Four HP now. 2 hits from those Skelebits will kill. Owen, maybe gonna go for the direct tail strat? Yep. Does hit it, very nice. Could be Comsub actually. Not sure if he had to switch to Boomer. Or Throw. Sonic gets the key, just had to escape the room. Probably could actually kill one of these guys for the level up here. I would. 2 HP. Space Boomer and kill them! Ah! You're so close to the level up. Oh! Oh wait, Sonic is no longer on low HP. I didn't realise they already killed an enemy. Okay, probably gonna finish out the run here then. Owen did finish out the run, however. GG's on that run there, Owen. You've finally lived up to your seeding. But yeah, that does mean that Sonic will be eliminated from the tournament. They had a very good run. Definitely could have been someone who could have shaken up the loser bracket, but unfortunately Owen has lost that. Owen obviously can still shake up the loser bracket. Gonna play myself in the next round. That's gonna also be an interesting match, for sure. But yeah, gonna be a 121-34. GG. Gonna end the prediction. Sonic in 99. So only around 3 minutes behind. 310, 320. Having a bit of trouble though. There's the frog. Alright, let's switch over to just Sonic now. Let's get rid of this, get this on here. Just need to recrop. This is not Brazinger, this is Sonic. Is that all the way to the right? Yes. Excuse me a moment, I will get everything fixed. Sonic, and then we need the audio. So I need to add where is it? Here it is. Is that going to work for me? No, it's not. I really do love OBS. There we go. Should be good. Sonic, I think, also going to go for the Ractail strat here. Yep. Gonna line up. Didn't quite run at the right time and jumped a little bit early. There we go. Oh, almost fell off there. Okay. Going for the jumps. There we go. GG's. Gonna be a 125 something. Tell you the exact time on the end, but yeah, good. Probably not the best run by Sonic standards, but completed run nonetheless. But just not enough to beat Owen, unfortunately. So, GG's though. There it is. Gonna be a 125-23 there on Sonic's end. But yeah, GG. You had a good run, Sonic, but that's gonna be it for you. And Owen, I'll see you in the next round. And we'll see you for the next race. Not sure when that's gonna be. There isn't one scheduled as of yet. Winners Finals is to be scheduled. Furious vs. Wheels is to be scheduled. So, we'll see. But yeah, for now, goodbye. And thanks for the bit, Moonrise.